When we discuss leaks or news or speculations or even confirmations about supercars and hypercars and new obscure marques and manufacturers arriving in Gran Turismo, it tends to be more on the side of people asking, have Polyphony approached this company? Have they approached that company? Have they done a deal with Koenigsegg? Are they going to do a new deal with Spiker? All these different things. It doesn't tend to be on the opposite end, where it's the manufacturer discussing it, but not Polyphony. On this occasion, however, that is what's happened. And straight off the bat, I want to thank Olaf Domanski on Facebook for alerting me to this conversation that he had with Zenvo, and this is of course the official Zenvo Facebook page. And basically on that page, as you can see from this screen grab, he asked them, is there any chance of their vehicles being in Gran Turismo in a roundabout way? And their response is very interesting, because of course we're never going to get an official statement on something like this from Polyphony, because that's not the way they do things. However, if you look at what Zenvo said in response, it's pretty interesting. They said, thanks for getting in touch with us. We do have a license agreement for the TSRS, and for those who are unfamiliar with Zenvo, that's their latest model, around 1200 horsepower with a very unique active aero wing on the back, which instead of moving back and forth, it moves from side to side in a very curious fashion. I'm a huge fan of Zenvo's, as it happens, the original in particular, the ST1, but anyway, on with the quote. They have a license agreement for the TSRS with several game developers at the moment. And here's the interesting thing. Gran Turismo is definitely one of the games where we would like to see our cars, and we've tried to approach Polyphony Digital several times. However, it's really hard to get any feedback from them. Nice to know it's not just us in the community who have trouble with that. And they continue, at the moment, I can't tell you if the TSRS will be added, but we would love to make it happen. So very interestingly, they seem to be going down the route of specifically their latest and greatest model, as I said, the TSRS, being in Gran Turismo. And of course, that's not a surprise. Most manufacturers probably would want their latest thing, considering that Zenvo hasn't sold a huge amount of cars anyway. Personally, as I said, I would actually love it if their original car, the ST1, was added, but of course the TSRS makes the most sense. So, a very interesting piece of news. We don't often hear this side of the discussion. Most manufacturers don't discuss this kind of thing, but I actually really appreciate it when they do, because it's nice to have more of a personal dialogue with some of these brands, and that is one of the big advantages of a smaller marque as well, like your Zenvos, Koenigsegg's, Spikers, the kind of thing where you actually see the guy who's in charge, rather than some big faceless corporation. So it really is Polyphony's move now. The community, I think, would certainly want Zenvo in the game. They have been featured in some others as well, including Forza, of course, and it's a great car, as far as I'm concerned. I love their models. I love the fact that it's this tiny Danish hypercar company who makes some, I would say, pretty badass vehicles, so we'll have to wait and see what comes of this, if anything. But hey, Polyphony, Zenvo is open to it, so let's get the ball rolling. But ultimately, that's it for this bit of news. Thanks once again to Olaf. Great work there. And until next time, of course, we'll see you then. But stick around on the channel for more news. Follow, of course, the Twitter and Insta pages of this channel as well if you don't want to miss any of the new uploads, because we all know how bad YouTube is at showing people new videos. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.